Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and this is Proxmox VE Masterclass, and this is part 14th video in this series. So we are going deep into the real world Proxmox administration from beginner to expert level. So in today's session we are going to cover one of the most important cluster administration tasks: how to safely remove a node from existing Proxmox cluster. So this is not a just lab only task. In the real production environment, nodes removal is required during the hardware refresh, server decommission, cluster redesign, migration to new infrastructure, troubleshooting failed node, disaster recovery, restructuring, and maintenance operation. So today I will show you complete end-to-end process using the real lab demonstration. So by end of this session you will understand what cluster nodes removal actually means, when to remove nodes, what are the risks involved, how pre-removal validation and things, and then HA consideration, replication check, and then what are the commands to run on CLI to execute removal of the nodes and cleanup tasks, and then finally best practices around production. So let's start with this. So when we remove a node from Proxmox cluster, we are removing the basically a server's participation from the shared cluster membership. So a Proxmox cluster uses Corosync and for the cluster communication and quorum coordination. So each nodes participate in the distributed cluster state. So removal of nodes means going to be a basically a cluster membership change. The node is removed from the cluster membership list. Quorum calculation change, so the total number of vote changes which affects the quorum settings, and shared resources may be going to be impacted. Storage, fencing, and other shared resources may be impacted. HA resources may require reassignment. HA service running on the removed node may be basically need to be restarted somewhere else. A replication job may fail if proper cleanup is not done, and storage mapping may break. So these are the something which you should take care. So this is why the node removal must always be handled very carefully. Otherwise, improper node removal can lead a quorum loss, service disruption, and data unavailability, and cluster uh, unavailability also. So this is why you have to make sure you perform all the steps correctly, and you do a pre and post validation after removing the node and before removing the nodes from the Proxmox cluster. So these are the some real world use cases for removing the cluster node. So you may need to remove the cluster node when hardware decommission, the old Proxmox server is being retired, or maybe DR node removal, cluster rebuild, migration to new hardware, and failed node cleanup. So these are the some use cases. So important warning before you removal, check the following before removal. So is node is online, uh, are the virtual machines running on this node, there is a HA resource which is running on this node, so it does not have any shared storage dependency, and is this node is basically having any replication job. So always ensure the cluster remains in the quorum after the nodes removal. So you need to make sure these are the best practices, and these are the scenario when you basically go ahead and remove the nodes from the existing Proxmox cluster. So this is I try to create a simple lab. So here we got two nodes. So basically two node Proxmox cluster. So which I have used in last video. So this is my Active Directory Indiana server, and then Proxmox node 1 and Proxmox node 2. So let me show you in my lab environment before we go step by step guide to further removal node from the Proxmox cluster. So this is my lab. So you can see here data center. Inside the data center I got two nodes here. So if I go to basically cluster, you should be able to see I got two nodes basically in this cluster, and then summary, you can verify two nodes are there. There are two virtual machines also running, and this is my basically cluster configuration. And now these are the steps which you need to make sure you perform correctly before removing the node. So So verify the cluster has check the cluster status and quorum, ensure all nodes are online and healthy, run PVCM status on nodes basically. So let me show you that command. So if I go on one of the node and go to shell and let me run PVECM status. So this will tell you how our cluster is currently configured. So we got the cluster name and then config version and then authentication. Then this is important, we got two nodes in the cluster and quorum provider is Corosync vote quorum, and you can see the core rate is 2. So this is good. So these are my cluster configuration and membership information. You can see we got two nodes. So now if you run let's say uh, PVECM nodes, so it will tell you the same information. We got two nodes here, node ID 1 and 2, and you can see the votes. Both nodes are participating in votes, and this is our local node basically. And then you can run one more command, PVESR list basically. So this will tell you the uh, basically schedule jobs and all those things. So let me go ahead and start from second step. Now check VMs on node to remove. So make sure there is no virtual machine running on this node. So if you see this node, I don't have any virtual machine which is sitting here. So you need to make sure you put your you move all your virtual machines out of that node from where you want to basically, which node you want to basically decommission or remove. So check the HA configuration and make sure there is no resource assigned. Check the replication job and make sure the node is not participating, and remove Ceph if configured. So if node has a part of Ceph cluster, remove it from property. So this is what you can do, and then put node in maintenance. So put the node in maintenance, and this prevents the new task from starting. So this is why, because avoid scheduling new task on the node running removal. So this is very important. So let me go ahead and do this. So I'll go on node. This is my node which I want to remove. So I'll go ahead and put this command to stop the cluster service. So basically let me clear this once, and system CTL stop PV hyphen cluster. So this will basically stop the cluster service and put this node in maintenance. So now you can see this node is in maintenance and it is not participating in cluster. So you got the small red icon. So this is good. So this node is basically now out. So now I'll go ahead and basically remove this node from the cluster. So I'll go ahead and put PVECM del node and then the node name, so PVEDR01. So you can see killing node 2. So it will basically wait for some time. So you can see unable to open file to update this thing, because since this we have a two node cluster, so this is very common. So let me go ahead and check quorum first. So PVE CM status. So you can see here we got the quorum curate to no. So I'll go ahead and fix this by running this command. So one, and then revalidate this. So now you can see this. So the curate is changed to yes, and now let's go ahead and try to do cleanup once again. So now if I run the same command, delete node, so you can see the killing node 2, and then it got could not kill node, but however you can see the node is now removed from here. So sometime you get this type of error, but your node is should be removed. So you can see here now we have only one node here, so in this cluster. So this is good. So now let's verify your virtual machine. So virtual machine should be up and running. And now let me go ahead and check the HA status. You basically need to check HA status if you have created any group or added your virtual machine in HA. So you should check groups, finishing, and then also you basically check the if you have configured any replication, so you should check your replication also. So these are the some important post check which you should perform on your cluster once nodes removal is completed. Let's go ahead and validate node 2. So I'll go ahead and put PVE DR, and so now you can see this machine is still visible when you log into PVDR. You're basically DR node, so we need to perform some cleanup here. So go to shell and then stop basically cluster service. So let me stop this. So you can type the command. So system ctl stop pv hyphen cluster, and then you should do system ctl stop basically Corosync, hit enter, and then you should do a rm, go to etc pve, and then Coros sy sync dot config. So this will basically remove the configuration, so this is good. And now let me try this one. So rm minus r etc coro sync, and then this. So now everything should be fine. Now let's go ahead and reboot the node. So now you can see the node is getting rebooted. So after the reboot you should be able to see only your node which is part of now it should not be part of basically a cluster. So this is good. So we got node 1 pv01 only one listed server, and this has got working as a standalone server, so we don't have any cluster here. You can see create cluster, join cluster button is coming on this node which we have just removed from cluster. And here if I go again, you should be able to see we got cluster running. However, we have only one node as part of this cluster. So this is pretty much everything which I wanted to show you in this video. So let's complete the full node removal demonstration from Proxmox cluster administration today. So today we have removed PVDR01 safely from the cluster and keeping PV01 operational. So in this session help you to understand the real world Proxmox cluster administration. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe me for more videos, and if you have any query, any question related to this, you can always post me my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.